Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Hutan Pantai. My job today starts with clearing the bales of the field, and as you see the weather is miserable. Not miserable over there, but it's very bad over here, so I'm gonna do this mostly off screen. Maybe I'll only cut out the unloading of bales into this shed right here so I can open it before I do that. And after that I do want to roll the field. Again, I'm probably gonna do it off screen, since I really don't wanna bother you too much with this persistent mist. So yeah, let me quickly take care of this and then we'll continue. This is the last set of bales. Let me put it on. I've been putting them in the barn or in the shed, 2x2 vertical, or 2x1 vertical actually. But yeah, it kind of proved to be the easiest to unload, because if you remember, if you have two bales and they're not completely flat and aligned, you can have quite a lot of trouble getting them off your spikes. Good. So yeah, now I need to put on the roller. Where did I leave the roller? Somewhere around here. No, it doesn't feel like it should be somewhere around here. Which probably means I have put it up there. In any case, I'm gonna return here with the roller. I'm gonna roll the whole grass field. And after that, I will see you probably in another game day. So I did want to speak about one mod that dropped, and that is realistic weather that adds some features. And if you pay attention to the right bottom corner, you can see that this field needs rolling, and the other information is basically pretty much standard. But there is another 3 lines underneath, and one says moisture, ideal moisture, and perfect moisture. Now the first line, moisture, is the current state of this grassland, and this actually affects the yield. Would you believe it? It's such a fun feature, even though I don't really know, or there seems to be no solution for adjusting moisture in your ground. So you can't take out a tanker with water and spray it onto grassland, for example, to adjust said moisture. You're actually dependent on weather, and this is one of the features. So perfect moisture would be 20%. We are at 1385, and it's forecasted to be raining a bit later on. So we're gonna have to see about this. Another feature that comes to mind is that hail now actually damages your vehicles if they're not undercover. Which gives... I know I've been talking about it quite extensively before the FS25 dropped, and when we were first introduced to disasters, you know, the extreme weather events. I was talking about how cool it would be if we actually would have hail that would damage your vehicles and stuff like that. And now this is a thing. And I am loving it. And no, this is not a McDonald's ad, but yeah, I'm really loving it. Because I was recording an episode for a realistic roleplay series, and since this mod dropped, of course I installed it, and it was forecasted to hail. And normally I would just basically carry on with whatever I was doing, even if there was hail forecasted or falling off out of the sky. But in this instance I was inclined not to go, which, you know, is very realistic, and I think it makes a fine addition to the game. So yeah, this is the second feature that comes to mind, and the third feature is we can now get extreme snowing events. And these snowing events actually you get informed of how much snow there is expected, and it can get quite deep. So deep that your vehicles actually get stuck in the snow, because it not only gives a bigger amount of snow on the ground, but it also lessens the traction of your tires. Which means that the tracked vehicles get through that snow easier than the wheeled vehicles, and this is just pure amazement, you know. So if you are not yet familiar with this mod, I highly recommend it, because it gives that missing feature of the FS25 or FS22 and all the previous games, where you didn't really have any fears of anything going wrong. So now actual drought or moisture can kill your field. Let me speed this up a little. Okay, I can only go 11. It's fine. So yeah, moisture can harm your crops. There is hail that can harm your crops and your vehicles. There is snow that can hinder your movements around the area. So yeah, quite a lot of awesome things. And I hope I'll remember to put the name of the mod on screen right now. And there is another weather event, and that is thick fog, which can last for, well, at least 11 hours. And this is my experience from that gameplay that I'm recording, the other series. So yeah, I'm digging it. In any case, I will roll this field. As you can see, it's working nicely, leaving a rolled texture behind, and yeah, I'll take care of this, and we'll see you in the next game day. Done with the rolling. Now let me take the whole setup up to the upper yard, to the upper level, and I'm running out of fuel fast. As I've said that, I ran out of fuel. So I successfully choked the tractor. Okay, cool. So we have a rescue mission on our hands. I was expecting it to have a little bit more juice, because I was planning, you know, on getting the tractor up on the upper yard and building a fuel station and refilling it. But it seems like I was just about short. Ah, funny. So I guess it's rescue time. And if I'm not mistaken, I still have that Piaggio ape right here. I'm gonna take this off to go get a barrel of fuel. And in the end, it's this tiny machine that saves the day. Oh man, even if I planned it, I would not have done it in such a perfect time. Oh man, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna buy a diesel barrel. We have 4 varieties. I'm gonna go with this one, the rusty one, just because. And it's gonna cost me 280, and it's gonna give me 200 liters of diesel fuel. So I can use this to actually fill out or refill my beautiful thirsty Lindner tractor. And you don't need any special mods to lift it, because it's under the regular lifting weight of in-game strength. Look at that. Little flea to the rescue. I mean, this is what the games are for, you know, to have fun. Even though Farming Simulator is a great game for storytelling. I was doing it long before I started recording any YouTube videos. You could say I was hallucinating with the game and making up stories and creating drama for myself, and yeah, it was fun. And it still is fun. Right, so let's see if I can refuel it from this flea. Jumping flea. Yes, I can. Fuel is going up. And I probably won't use up the whole barrel. This is exactly what I thought. How much is left? 92 liters. So I used 108 liters of diesel. Let's put this under cover. Okay, now when the rescue mission is done. While I'm here, let me check the moisture level, if it has changed. 1382. No, it hasn't changed. Probably gonna have to wait until tomorrow. That's it, we have life. Perfect. In an ordinary diesel truck or a car, you would have to first pump the diesel through a hose or something like that to get it into the fuel injection system or fuel pump, and only then you could start it or restart the vehicle after running out. And sometimes there is even additional trouble if some debris or dirt gets sucked into the filters and it clogs them. But this is not yet simulated, and it probably won't ever be. But this is just a tidbit of knowledge from life. Because I was helping someone save his car when it ran out of diesel on the road. This is why I know. I have never allowed my vehicle to run out of fuel, ever, until now. Good. Okay, now, really, and truly see you in the next game day. Hey, it's another day, it's June, and look at that, we have field 28 and 32 ready for harvest, which means, because we have spinach in here, yes, confirmed, it means that I have to get a spinach harvester. That's a first. And I was also looking at this Vicon Fast Bale. This is a baler and a wrapper in the same vehicle, so I might be inclined to get it. And this one is also a fast bale, which means that it produces 2 bales at a time. You can see one drum in the front. This is the smaller one, and when the quote-unquote time comes, it puts bale in the rear drum and it gets completed in here. And meanwhile, the first drum gets filled while the rear drum is getting baled. So yeah, you can continuously drive and create it. So yeah, that's... Excuse me, let me just see if I want to change anything. Michelin. Ooh, these tires look nice. Yeah, let's go with these. I don't think we need white tires. So there's Vicon, there's Quernland. Let's go with Vicon. Round bale net, standard net. Okay, let's go with standard. And Rani wrap can be white. So let's go and buy it. And we're gonna sell the regular baler that we have and the wrapper we have, because we don't have any need for them anymore. But before I completely lose focus, finish harvester. This is gonna cost me a lot. 635. Okay, if we go financing, we can buy it for 107,000 a month. And we have to repay it in 6 months, or if we go for 1 year, this is another mod that dropped not too long ago. You know, if you go for 2 years, we pay 30 grand per month. Any missed payments will result in a 5% compound increase. Yeah. Lease for 32 grand. I am saying this right now, I am probably not making this money back. But it's fine, because I want to test the equipment. So this is the spinach harvester, eh? Interesting, this one seems to have an electric blower that I guess blows on the ground and lifts up the spinach. Maybe cuts it? Not sure. No, the cutter is over here. And this wheel probably just pushes it back, all on this conveyor belt, and then everything goes underneath the cab into the collecting bin at the rear. So beacons on, and let's hit the road. I wonder, I really wonder. So what does spinach sell for? Prices, spinach. Sells for 700 for 1,000 liters. Yeah, I'm definitely not making the money back. Oh man. But at least we get to try something new. Okay, so I do want to check. It's been a night in between the rain and stuff, and we are at 13.56 moisture, so it's actually lower than it was yesterday, even though it rained in between. Right, so I have no clue how this works, not just yet, but yeah, if any one of you has any idea, please let me know. It would be interesting to know. Okay, and we are at the field. So the first thing to do is I need to unfold the harvester. Right, this is it. Yep, I guess it's it. Okay, let me lower the header down, and I'm stuck. This hill right here is too much for the harvester. It's fine. Let me go from the side. I guess it's working. Working, and the liters are going up quite fast, I must say. Well, kind of fast. We're at almost 1,000 liters. And look at that. The fun the spinach has. Getting thrown about. Cool. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is our first spinach harvest. And it is quite interesting thing to see. And if I'm not mistaken, which I probably am, but if I'm not mistaken, we can harvest spinach twice a year. So if we just let it regrow, we should be able to harvest it again. I'm just using the outside view to see if we have any crop destruction because of the tracked system. So the header is a bit wider than the tracks are, but it's not wide by a lot. So if we take a corner while harvesting, we are gonna destroy some crops. I must say this is quite satisfying. And at the moment, if we sell what we have, we're gonna make around $1,014. So not much. It's definitely not gonna cover the leasing cost of 32 grand. But you know what they say? Never judge a day before the evening. I don't know if you have any sayings like this, but yeah, in my country we do have it. Which basically means not over until it's over. So we can still might be that we turn this around into a profit, but I'm guessing it's not going to be too much. And I think I completely forgot we actually have pickled green beans. They're sitting at the canning factory. Well, that just means there's more money in the bank. So I guess the key to not destroying too much crop is set up your harvester and then go straight on. As straight as you can. If we destroy some crop, there's not much waste. But of course you have to keep in mind that everything you destroy is money out of your pocket. Okay. But I guess this would be a good time to do a time lapse and see from the outside what we're doing. Okay, so I have around 8,500 liters of spinach in the hopper at the moment. If I would sell it at $6.99 per 1,000 liters, it would amount to almost $6,000, which is not enough to cover the leasing cost of this machine. It's 1% of the value of this machine, and the leasing is around 5%. So it would take big fields and a lot of effort to repay one of these machines to start making a profit, but it's not impossible, I think. Not impossible at all. So let's harvest this field and see you on the other side. So I am coming back to you from the tractor going to the store. I'm gonna lease 2 trailers and I'm gonna take spinach to the canning factory and I'm gonna use it to produce bagged spinach, because that sells for almost 2.8 thousand per 1,000 liters. So that is more than 3 times. That's basically 4 times as much as the basic spinach is, the raw spinach. The only thing I'm not sure is how much of the material we use during the process. So let me get this trailer, lease it, yes. It's 18.5 cubic meters, and let's get this one. Let's lease it, yes. So we're gonna take 2 trailers to empty out the harvester. We are more than halfway through the field, so it shouldn't take too long to finish, but yeah. So our expenses will go up a bit. If you remember, the leasing of the factory is around 900 per day. Oh. Give me a minute. I'll figure this out. Like a glove. Okay, so let's take the tarp off. And we're ready for unloading. Okay, so let's see how this unloading process is gonna go. I am intrigued. Well, the hoppers are a perfect match, at least for the first trailer. Okay, so how do I unload? Tip side is on the back? No. Grain door. Where is the grain door? Tip side left. Let's try. Nope. I want it to be in this. Yeah, of course it said grain door. I was in the wrong vehicle. Okay, so let me try and unload this beast. Move bunker up. Oh. Ooh. Wow, this deserves a screenshot. Another. Beautiful. So we have basically filled our... Oh. We have basically filled our trailers. Ah, cool. But I should have enough space to finish the field now. So let's get cracking. So in the end, we are gonna have quite a lot of spinach to process. So it actually might be a profit after all. Going down the last strip of spinach, and we filled around 30,000 liters of spinach in the hopper yet again. So I might have been wrong. This might even be a very profitable thing to do. I have used the harvester for 0.8 of an hour, which means that I haven't paid any additional leasing costs. And I will make sure that I turn it off before I take... Man, such a machine, isn't it? Beautiful. I'm gonna make sure to turn it off before I take spinach to the canning factory, so my counter stops. What a thing. So if I'm not mistaken, this should regrow. Okay, and if you pay attention to the right bottom corner, you will see that the moisture is 23.22, which is 1.2% over the actual perfect grade, or the uppermost grade. Let me see how the spinach texture looks like. Well, it looks very realistic. Awesome. So, see you at the canning factory. I'm gonna make sure I get there as soon as possible. Dump everything in, and we'll start the production after we have dumped the second load in, so we have the exact amount of spinach in the factory before I start production. I have the canning factory right in front of me, so let's do this. I must remember to make the leasing to enable the leasing of the factory before I dump the spinach, otherwise I'm simply gonna sell it, and I don't want to sell it. Okay, let's lease it for 904 a day. Okay, we have spinach. We can put it in a bag. So what's the deal? Okay, it deletes more than a half of the product. Okay, so that is the trade-off. But anyway, let's dump it. I'm gonna make the calculations at the end. Coming in for the second load. Hello, big beautiful harvester. Let's get right under it. Does it need to be turned on to work? Yes. Alright, so before I forget, let me return the harvester. It's done a great job. Ooh, so what's its name? Yeah. Have I said that I dislike this feature? That we don't have pictures next to the names of the machines. Oxbow. Return. Yes. Alright, well. See you at the canning factory with another 30,000 liters. Dumping the second load into the factory. Perfect. So I guess everything is in. And we have 64,063 liters of spinach. So if I 64,000 times 700, for example, we would earn 44,800. So we would actually make a profit. We would actually make a profit. I am surprised. I will not lie. So let's activate this. Now, if we have 64,000 times 0.45, we get 28,800 times. So this is the output 28.8 pallets of bagged spinach, and we can sell it for 2,350, and we will earn a whopping 67,700. So if I say that we leased the machine for, I forgot, but it was around 32 grand if I'm not mistaken. The spinach harvester, lease it. Yeah, I can lease it for, well, 32 basically, yeah. We would make double the amount from selling of this spinach. Interesting. And when is the best price? It's April or December, one of these. And even the lowest price is not that bad, you know, it's 2.3. It's only, what, 60 something dollar difference. Which means that basically this price doesn't go up and down for much. If I can check, we can see 2.4 thousand at the farmer's market at this very moment, and we are at an average, not at the best price. Okay, so yeah, the verdict is it does pay to grow spinach and even lease the spinach harvester. If you can do it in 1 hour, that is. So thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun. This was an educational episode with a bit of fun, and we'll see you in a jiffy. Take care and goodbye.